Alright guys, this game is just about to begin, and this will be a very exciting game. This is JulyZerg versus Nara on the map Monty Hall, and this is going to be a very nice map because, nice match because Monty Hall is very strange in comparison to any other map, and this is something that will definitely affect the gameplay of both players, even though it is a two-player map. If you have not seen the map before, there's 3 entrances, all blocked off by mineral blocks, which you have to mine or jump in order to get past. Now, that leads to very interesting gameplay because you can be attacked from many places, and you also have to make sure that your opponent doesn't expand too much, and etc. Because they have pretty much 3 naturals, and there's a lot of gas on this map. Now, something I'd like to note about JulyZerg is that he's just switched from NBC game to SK Telecom. So I'm wondering if this may affect his gameplay a little bit. And what's kind of strange right now is I don't see an Overlord being morphed. And a drone looks like it will be making a spawning pool, so this probably is a 9 pool. And this is definitely going to be something very strange on this map because rushes are really not that viable on this map. And I see an extractor just about to begin morphing. There it goes. So this may be a 1 hatchery Mutalisk build. Oh, actually he did a extractor trick to get another drone. This is really strange. I've never seen this before, so it's definitely not going to be a Mutalisk build with 1 hatchery, because that really wouldn't be that good anyways, though it has been pulled off before. So right now I'm a little bit curious about what JulyZerg is going to do. And oh, forge. So Nara's making a forge. Very curious about this because the only reason he'd get it this early in the game is for cannons. So he probably will be doing a cheese, taking advantage of probably the mineral blocks and stuff. And yeah, there is a pylon there. So a cannon should be coming up as soon as that pylon is finished. Now, this is really strange right now. I really don't know what's going to happen. As I said before, this does lead to very innovative styles of play, this map. And there goes a gateway, no cannon yet. This gateway is going to be very nice as it will be able to start producing zealots inside the base of JulyZerg. And we see that JulyZerg has a couple of Zerglings now, and it seems that he will be starting his attack. But I don't think it's very viable. Now what I'm seeing right now is very similar play to, that Stork would have. Stork likes to cheese quite often, and I'm wondering if he is taking a little bit of inspiration from that. We see that a photon cannon is also being warped, and JulyZerg has to get there as fast as possible, or else he cannot get past that mineral block. The cannon is almost complete, and we saw that Nara did cancel his gateway. But okay, so some Zerglings are gonna be jumped with the drone, and 1 Zergling gets past. It's probably gonna kill this probe. The probe goes down, and 3 more probes come in, and the cannon finishes warping in. So the rush would not do any work. This is gonna set JulyZerg behind very much because that rush did not do any damage whatsoever except for kill 1 probe. Now I saw that Nara did cancel his gateway a little bit earlier. I'm kind of questioning that because if you've ever seen games like with Stork in them, if he does a cheese, his opponent might scout it, and even when the opponent scouts it, Stork does not cancel it, and he still tries to do as much damage as possible. So this is a very bad position for JulyZerg right now because he's not going to be able to take out those 2 gateways with those cannons there. And what I'd like to note a little bit right here is that JulyZerg has a very low economy style of play. So this will be definitely very hard to fend off because he's just not going to be able to produce a large amount of units if he loses too many drones, because he's going to have to split his units and drones up, and he won't have that much money. So the first zealot is out, or zealot. Not sure how you guys would pronounce it. I used to pronounce it zealot, but now I pronounce it zealot. And we see a Hydralisk den is coming up for JulyZerg right now. Definitely a very wise choice by JulyZerg, since the Hydralisk's den, or the Hydralisks will be able to take out that gateway very easily, and also those cannons when there's enough. I don't see a layer up, so we're really going to see some mass Hydralisks. This is something that I see from JulyZerg quite often as well. And Nara is again building another cannon over there, or another pylon, and he may be trying to harass that expansion as well with some cannons or such. So we see right now that Nara is just going to be trying to push forward with his little cheese build, and also do some harassment on the other side. This is not looking good for JulyZerg at all. If Nara can pull this off, it will be a fast GG. And we see 2 gateways coming up over here as well. So if JulyZerg cannot fend that off, he will lose his expansion, and that won't be very good at all. And I still don't see any gas for Nara. So if this cheese does not work, this is going to set Nara behind a lot as well. So right now JulyZerg is behind economically and tech-wise, but Nara is also behind tech-wise because he doesn't even have an assimilator yet. And we see that these first Hydralisks are out. This is something I'd like to note about JulyZerg's play, is that since he is a low economy style player, he likes to go Hydralisks a lot, because he's not going to get as many drones to be mining gas or such, or minerals. And so definitely these units, these Hydralisks, are definitely a better choice, because they don't take as much minerals and they're still pretty effective. As you will see here, that this cannon will go down very quickly. There's a lot of Zealots right now, and JulyZerg is going to have to try and take out as many as he can. But a lot of those Zealots are low HP, so I'm not sure who will win this battle, and it looks like JulyZerg will win this battle. Yes, he will win this battle. So this is very good play by JulyZerg. He has pretty much disabled that little cheese build that Nara has done. Even though the threat of it is still there, it's not going to be as threatening, since these Hydralisks will be able to pick it off. Now, a little thing I'd like to note is this would be a very, very bad situation for JulyZerg had Nara gone for a gas and gotten some Dark Templars. This definitely would be very bad for JulyZerg, though knowing JulyZerg, he could probably fend it off, especially with all these overlords nearby. We finally see that the tech buildings are coming up for Nara, and he has started creating expansion as well. So he's finally going to start working on his economy instead of this cheese. And as I said, the cheese did not work, so Nara is going to be a little bit behind right now. And just by doing that cheese and having it not work is going to set him back a lot. Now this Zealot is going to come around and start killing as many drones as possible, but it looks like it only will get 1 drone, and so JulyZerg is definitely ahead right now in my opinion, though both of them are pretty much even, because JulyZerg, his 9-pool rush on this map is more meant to surprise your opponent. It probably would have worked if there was not a cannon there, but I mean, it not worked, but probably kill off a lot of probes. But JulyZerg really messed up his economy early game as well. And we also saw a starport going up for Nara, so definitely some Corsairs, and it's going to be very bad for JulyZerg, though he does have Hydras. So it's definitely not a very big threat right now, Corsairs. And so right now we see that these Hydras are trying to pick off anything that they can, but they really can't pick off much. That's very strange. Nara is expanding right next to JulyZerg, and if JulyZerg does not expand soon, this will be very bad for him, as he will be behind economically. JulyZerg is only just getting his lair, so he will not be going Mutalisks, definitely. And Nara is going to have another. This expansion is already complete, and his second one is going to be warped in very shortly as well. This is very, very bad for JulyZerg if he cannot take out any of the expansions, and if JulyZerg does not expand. Definitely also bad for JulyZerg because he has such a low economy style of play. Nara is going to take advantage of that and try and just out-macro JulyZerg. Because on this map it's very hard for JulyZerg to pressure his opponent due to all those minerals blocking the routes. Now, the Corsairs are going to go around and start harassing stuff. I really like the cannon placement that Nara has. Only a cannon or 2 at each of the mineral blocks is really going to fend off a lot of units, since the mineral blocks provide a very, very nice obstacle for the units to have to get past. So, yeah, right now we see that Nara's getting a little bit more cannons as he is doing some Corsair harasses. and this is going to be the 10-minute mark very soon. This should be where I split it, but I'm going to continue on right now. And we see a robotics facility going up for Nara. He's putting it very close to his enemy, right there in that expansion next to JulyZerg. We see another robotics facility, so definitely my thoughts on this is that this will be a Reavers with dropships, and mass Corsairs. So we do see the robotic support building. And what I'd like to say is this is a very, very nice strategy. I really, really hate it when I'm playing Zerg and the Protoss player does Reavers and mass Corsairs. But basically you just have to pressure them and punish them for doing such a fast attack. And I mean, because once they get those units, a lot of Corsairs and a lot of Reavers, it's very hard to fend off unless you're very good, which I'm not that good. And so that's something that's very, very hard to fend off, especially since Nara has a very, very big economical advantage right now. And Nara is just going to get some more defense at each of his bases, while JulyZerg finally just takes his next expansion. So really, really, definitely I'm going to say that this is going to be something similar to a Reaver with lots of Corsairs, because I've seen a lot of Corsairs recently, and more are being produced. And we see a lot of Reavers coming out as well, or one Reaver, but there are 2 robotic support bays. So right now we see that there's 4 Corsairs. These are going to be very good for harassing. It's kind of keeping JulyZerg in his base for the moment, because JulyZerg has to keep those overlords alive. And what I'd have to say is this is really going to be hard for JulyZerg right now. He has a lot of Hydralisks right now, but there are about 2 Reavers out now and a lot of Corsairs. So we see that JulyZerg is going to try and attack this route to his enemy, but those middle blocks are going to be very hard to get past, because that cannon will kill any drones that try and mine there. And really what I'd have to say right now is that JulyZerg needs to get either some kind of drops or maybe some Devourers. Devourers work very well against Corsairs because of their acid spores, their large amounts of HP, and also their good amount of damage. Even though they have a very slow cooldown rate, the Devourers are very nice. But I'd have to say that a drop would work very well as well. And not sure. Okay, oh, never mind. So this probably looks like it is going to be a drop as well. What I'd have to say is risky about the drop, though, is that these Corsairs are definitely going to be able to kill any kind of overlords that come in, if there are overlords that come in. Something I have to say that Nara has to do right now is really he needs to get his tech units up. He really has no Reavers right now, no shuttles, and the drop is about to come here. You can see the first-person view of JulyZerg, and this is looking very good. There's no defense over here. All these probes are trying to get out, and JulyZerg is going to start unloading all of his units. And more drops coming in from the top right. They are going to attack the expansion over here. This is looking very good for JulyZerg. He's going to start attacking that base over there, the main of Nara. These Corsairs are going to kill these drops, but there is still a lot of Hydras that have been unloaded. Now, tech buildings are going to go down for Nara, and these Reavers are going to defend the main and the natural quite well. So Reaver's definitely good for defense, but Nara is losing a lot, losing his robotic support building and also his nexus. So looking very good for JulyZerg right now. He still hasn't taken out that robotic support bay, which would be a very good target right now, but it looks like he won't be able to take out the robotic support bay. I have no idea why he did not focus fire on that, because he was going to lose all of his Hydras anyways, and that would have been a very good target since it would have delayed Nara a lot. But already JulyZerg did quite a lot of damage with that drop. Really, I'm not quite sure if JulyZerg did more damage than he lost, because there were a lot of Hydras, and those Reavers definitely killed a lot of Hydras extremely fast. We see a Queen's Nest right now, so a hive is bound to come up very soon with lots of upgrades also. Nara is using these Reavers for defense, but I'm not quite sure how much Nara will be able to defend. He really isn't pressuring JulyZerg, which would be something that he needs to do. Nara definitely needs to pressure JulyZerg, because right now JulyZerg is just going to keep making drops, more drops, and more drops. A couple of, maybe a Reaver for defense would be okay, but definitely I don't think all of his Reavers should be there for defense. And more drops coming for JulyZerg. He seems to be aiming for the expansions that Nara has. Not sure if he's going to be able to take them out because of the Reavers at both bases. But Nara did see some of those Hydras earlier. And this is going to be attack on the natural for Nara. Actually, there's too many Reavers there. Okay, so JulyZerg is going to come in from this side. Oh, there's only 3 Reavers here. But these Hydras are going to try and do as much damage as possible. Looking good for JulyZerg if he takes out this. Oh, crap. A lot of Hydras. Oh, crap. A lot of Hydras going down. Very well done by JulyZerg. He does another drop in the middle of the main, killing off those Reavers. Oh, good. That was very badly played by both players. JulyZerg did lose a lot of Hydras to careless play, but he did manage to do a very timed drop on the other side of the base. Lots of Zealots coming in for attacking and try and save that expansion. But Nara will lose this expansion probably. And really not looking good for Nara right now. This is a really, really good game so far. As sometimes Nara's ahead, sometimes JulyZerg is ahead. So the expansion does go down. And Nara is not going to be able to macro very well, as he only has 1 expansion now. And we see that 3 expansions for JulyZerg are up, and the Hive is also coming up. Nara is going to start his own expansion again, though, and he is running out of his minerals. So really, really not looking good for Nara, since it's almost into the late game. And really, there's still nothing that Nara's macro is not very good right now. And a lot of Hydras dying to being carelessly used, and lots of Hydras going down to Dark Templars. Oh, okay, so I think that Nara did try and attack those Hydras down there too. Lots of them are being morphed into Lurkers though, and they are letting that 1 Hydra survive. Now, a lot of the Corsairs for Nara did also die. So, really, it's really even game right now. I have no idea who will win. The Hive is up though, and so we're going to see a lot of upgrades going up for JulyZerg right now, which are very, very much needed because of his build. Hydras really are not useful against Protoss. I mean, even if you have a lot of upgrades, because Templars, Reavers, all of those kill Hydras very quickly. So we see a lot of Lurkers, but I'm not sure they are not going to attack. So right now the newest expansion for Nara is up, and his main seems also to be up as well. 4 Dark Templars are still there for Nara. They should be attacking right now, but there is an Overlord at the base that they could reach. So I really don't know if either of them are going to start doing a higher attack. We do see that Nara has begun his newest tech, which is the Archons and High Templar, as well as a few Dark Templar. This will be a very good choice because definitely Reavers are good against Hydralisks, but Archons are not good against Hydralisks either. But High Templar are really, really efficient against Hydralisks. And basically those Archons are just there to soak up damage, but if they're focus fired on, they die really, really fast. So I'm not really sure about what's going to happen right now. There's still a lot of Reavers out, so we still may see some Reaver drops. I'm a little bit surprised about how Nara is not really pressuring his enemy right now. JulyZerg is pretty much pressure free right now, except from those Corsairs. But something that really needs to happen is that Nara needs to do some storms or Reaver drops on the economy that JulyZerg has. Oh, there is a storm! Okay, so that was very nice. 2 storms! All the drones pretty much died at JulyZerg's main. Oh, very well done by Nara. Because Nara is taking advantage of the low economy style that JulyZerg has. And these Mutalisks will be able to kill those Archons. Oh, never mind! The Archon just finished morphing! Perfect timing for Nara. JulyZerg was just a little bit late, and now 2 Archons are here. Very hard to micro against Archons. Oh, crap! A lot of Mutalisks died. All the Mutalisks died in 1 shot. Oh, crap. A lot of drones have also gone down. Now this is looking very bad. Oh my god! JulyZerg, what are you doing? JulyZerg just lost almost all of his drones at his main and probably his natural as well. Oh crap. That was very bad play by JulyZerg. His timing was just not right. He should not have sent his drones in that early. Not looking good at all for JulyZerg. His economy really stinks right now. Because of his low economy style play, Nara definitely took a very nice advantage of that. Because right now, it's going to be very hard for JulyZerg to recuperate because he just lost a lot of drones. And he's going to have to split his money on drones and army units, which is also going to be very devastating because of the fact that he has a low economy style play. And we see another attack is coming on by Nara over here. He has more Templar, and these drones are going to be stormed if they do not get out of there right now. Uh-oh, these drones. Oh, crap. Nara, another well-placed storm. Killed a lot of drones again. This is really not looking good for JulyZerg. JulyZerg is trying to get some Guardians right now, but there's already a lot of Archons and High Templars and Zealots. And oh my god, this is just totally... Oh crap, perfect timing by Nara. A lot of Reavers have come in, 2 Reavers actually, and a lot of Zealots as well. Oh god, this is extremely well played by Nara, and I'm a little bit surprised about where he got all these units, or where he got that such perfect timing. All these storms are really well placed. The arrival of those Reavers was just in time to kill a lot of those Hydras. And right now we see that the main army right now only consists of Guardians and Devourers right now for JulyZerg. So it's definitely not looking good for JulyZerg right now, as he is pretty much losing a lot of his tech buildings and losing a lot of his other his main as well. And Nara is going to take advantage of this and expand again. This will be very hard for JulyZerg to get back out of, because he has a very bad economy right now. Nara has 3 expansions right now, 2 right now, but the 3rd one is coming up, and that's very bad for JulyZerg. Oh god, there's a lot of reinforcements coming in for Nara, and Nara is going to start attacking with his Dragoons. Oh, more Templars coming in from the back, and Corsairs are going to take out those Guardians, but well-placed Storms would do the trick as well. So these Corsairs are coming in, the High Templars are coming in. Very well played, very nice timing. And JulyZerg just really can't recuperate at this point. He's splitting a lot of his money on drones and units. And oh crap, another Templar has been dropped on one of the cliffs of JulyZerg's expansions. Takes out a lot of drones again. Wow, this is extremely nice play by Nara right now. He's taking advantage. Oh, another Templar has been unloaded, and it's going to kill a lot of drones as well. Oh my god, this is extremely nice play by Nara because of his... He's just taking advantage of the lack of economy that JulyZerg has, because JulyZerg is a low economy player, as I've been mentioning throughout the game. And really, this is not a good map for JulyZerg, because low economy really doesn't work, except against, because you have to pressure. Oh, it's GG! That was an awesome game. Both players played very well, but in the end, Nara won. And I just have to say that low economy would definitely not work on this map, because it's just too hard to your opponent by ground. Right now, that was very nice play by both players, but Nara just took advantage of that low economy. And otherwise, low economy would definitely work for JulyZerg, but it's just too hard to get to your opponent. And that's why I think that this map was a downfall for JulyZerg. And if it wasn't that map, I think that JulyZerg could have done a lot better. But he did still play very well, and I think that was a very nice game. GG!